Hello, dear Aries, and welcome to your October 2020 horoscope. If this is your first time here, my name is Justina, and on this channel I talk about astrology, karmic astrology, relationship astrology, and also spirituality. So, welcome. October is a quite busy month, starting from full moon in Aries. So, it's in your sign, this is the first house, and this full moon can bring intense feelings about yourself, about your appearance, about how you appear to others, what image you make into the world. So here you may become conscious about your look, maybe about your hair, about how you dress. So this kind of thoughts can come into your mind during this full moon. Also, since a full moon is also a time of endings, it's a wonderful time for completing any projects, for releasing any negative energy that you may have, for doing anything that makes you feel relaxed as well. If you started anything around the new moon in Virgo in September, then now during this full moon in Aries in your first house, you can see some results of your efforts that you began during that time. All right, so next we've got on the 2nd of the month, we've got Venus moving into Virgo, and this is your 6th house, the house of everyday routine, of work, of your health. So here, Venus, the planet that rules love and relationships, it can bring some really great ambience, atmosphere in your work environment. So perhaps you want to find more harmony and balance in your work life, in your everyday life. There could be some romance as well going around your office. If you work from home, maybe you want to bring some more harmony into your workspace because home is becoming your home space, your workspace. Also, this could be a time when you want to look after your body more. Maybe a new exercise regime, something that gives you balance, gives you harmony in your everyday routine. And on the 13th of the month, we've got Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio in your 8th house. And this is quite intense Mercury retrograde because it's in the 8th house. So here you may become maybe more pessimistic, maybe too realistic at times. Also, this is a good time for reviewing your financial situation, especially the joint resources, because the 8th house is about joint resources, joint finances. So this is a wonderful time for reviewing, reevaluating these joint finances or resources that you may have. It's not a good time for taking any loans or signing up for any new credit cards. It's a great time for reviewing these things, but not starting anything new in this regard. And unless you started something before Mercury went retrograde, then now you can continue. But around Mercury retrograde, it's not a good time for starting anything new. And this Mercury retrograde will last until the 3rd of November. So it's around 3 weeks time. So make sure you back up all your data, you back up all your files, anything important that you may have. It's important to save it on the drive or somewhere else where you know it's safe so you don't lose these files or important information. Also, with Mercury retrograde in the 8th house, there could be a lover coming back into your life. Something to do with sexuality, intimacy. So some lover that you had in the past may come back into your life, in your thoughts, or you may bump into him or her, or maybe he or she will contact you through internet or something like this. All right, so let's move on. We've got on the 16th, we've got a new moon in Libra, and this is in your 7th house, the house of love and relationships. So there could be some new beginnings in your love and relationships during this time. This is a time when you want to focus on your love life. Maybe you've been neglecting your partner, your love relationship, and now you want to put more focus into it. Find more balance between yourself and your relationship. So around the full moon in Aries on the 1st of the month, you focus more on yourself, on your own needs. And now with the new moon in Libra in your 7th house, you want to give more attention to your partner. For those of you who are single, this could be a time when you've got this extra urge maybe, or you become more stimulated to find this special someone in your life. Or also you can meet someone as well. However, since Mercury will be retrograde during this time as well, Maybe take it easy in the first weeks because your judgment may not be as accurate as usual, especially since Mercury is retrograde in your 8th house, the house of intimacy. And moving on, we've got the Sun moving to your 8th house on the 22nd of the month and joining Mercury there. And here with the Sun in the 8th house, your focus turns into your intimate life, your sexual life, but also on your joint resources and also on your finances, joint finances. So this is a wonderful time for looking at these aspects of your life. Maybe see if there is something that needs to be changed, especially with stimulating energy of Mercury retrograde. And finally, we've got Venus leaving your 6th house of everyday routine and work life and moving into your 7th house of relationships. And here it's a fantastic energy because Venus, it feels so wonderful in the 7th house because this is its natural home environment. And here with Venus in your 7th house, you will make a wonderful impression on your love partner, or if you go on a date, or if you meet with your business partner, because it's also business partnerships, the 7th house, you will make a really, really great, charming impression on the other person. So it's a fantastic energy for love, for marriage, for relationships, for dating as well, and for business partnerships. And we've got on the 31st of the month, we've got a full moon in Taurus. So this is a double moon. This is the second full moon of the month, and it's called a blue moon this time. And this full moon takes place in your 2nd house, the house of your finances. And this full moon can bring some endings in regards to your maybe your finances, your income, maybe some project will come to an end around this time. This is also a time where you may think about your self-esteem, about your skills, about your talents. These kind of things will come into your mind. So maybe you will want to do something about improving your skills. Maybe something to do with generating additional income as well, because this is the house of income. And also, of course, this is the time of endings as well. And something started around the new moon in Libra on the 16th of the month, sorry, on the 16th of the month. Now, around the 31st, around this full moon in Taurus, you will be able to see some results. I really like starting things around the new moon because it actually works really well from my own experience. I can always see some results, but these are some small things. I'm not talking about some huge life changes, but some little things that you begin, some little things that you start. Oh, sorry, that was a bird walking on the roof. Mars is still retrograde in your 1st house, so it can be still challenging at times around October and November as well, but it ends in November and it goes direct, so hopefully these energies will be more balanced. And with this in mind, I would like to wish you a wonderful October, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.